houses at the top of the hill, 2 rows of 5, backyards separated by an alleyway. The road is often forgotten by the town. No trick-or-treaters take the steep walk up on Halloween, and the ice cream truck doesn't even try to make it up the hill anymore. The town only sends a grader 2 or 3 times a year to clear the road of rocks and smooth the powdery top layer. The neighborhood is within walking distance of everything in town: the grocery store, park, and even bowling alley, and yet the residents there are forgotten. In midsummer, the children who spend every waking moment outside wish they lived in the small valley shielded from the sun by their neighborhood's hill. There are no trees on Cofer Place, except one old cottonwood, and the sun beats down in sheets with nothing to shield frail skin. This summer is the hottest in 15 years and the driest. It is the hottest and driest 10-year-old Mosley Hudson has seen in her entire life. Her parents have been talking of fires in the mountains running, a term she fears paired with those flicking hot flames. At dusk, the entire family will stand on the porch to watch the light from the mountains before going to bed. If it hits the prairie, we'll barely have time to leave, much less fight it. Mosley's father insisted over and over at dinner each night, spraying potatoes from his mouth. And Mosley knew this was true. She felt the prairie grass between her fingers, rolling the tall blades in her hands. The grass was dry, to a point where most outsiders would say it was dead. But Mosley knew better. Grass in her prairie didn't die in drought, it simply adapted. Mosley saw her father just after he died. It wasn't so much that she was allowed to, but no one had stopped her when she followed her mother into the room. She had seen things like this on TV, and her mother fit the image perfectly, throwing herself across the dead body of her husband, soaking her clothes with his blood, sobbing to the point of shuddering. Mosley could not cry. She had cried when her dog Duke had killed 3 baby rabbits, and again that same year when Duke, a mutt the same color as the dusty road, had been hit by a car. But she could not cry for her father. She was sadder than that, than tears and wailing, and more than that, she didn't understand. Another man's death could have been heroic, a good story, but this was real. She could reach out and touch her father's cold skin and remember what it felt like to one. The second piece I will be reading is a poem entitled Gifts from God. In 5th grade, an enthusiastic woman, waving her hands in excitement, told me that every hair on my body was a gift from God. And we wonder why America is so godless, when every girl is taught to give God away, to remove him from our bodies with razors. Or maybe it is a fault of our own that we cannot find God in a society that changes us, puts us on a pedestal, presses its large, heavy hands on the tops of our heads, forcing us to our knees, mouths open wide in protest. Thank you.